Feeling like my life a movie. Got two bitches, they some cuties. In the party game, I've been getting drunk. Play my song in the party. Every day I wake up feeling like my life a fucking movie. Early morning, got two bitches with me, they some fucking cuties. Play my song up in the party, all the bitches getting groovy. Smoke Cali at the back with some eyes been getting droopy. Late night studio with the gang. At the party at the club, can you hang? Sippin' Henny, gold bottles to the brand. $3 that's my team, I won't change.
Right there. No, I gotta take a shot. Right there. No, right there.
Come on.
Finish the bottle.
Yeah, let's get it.
Hey, shot.
Yeah,
You gonna tie?
Lightweight.
yeah, man, let's get it.
Buck. Gang.
Low key.
My heart is beating cold in the heat of the night, and I sleep in the morning. In the coma through the day, and I'm dreaming about the pay in the heat of the night. We BUC, this shit is major. This BUC, we getting paper. My niggas shining like a laser. The gang, we sharper than a razor. This shit is dangerous.
Mommy mirror, bitches stare. I be dripping Bossier, millionaire by next year. It ain't about then, I don't care. Mommy mirror, bitches stare. I be dripping Bossier, millionaire by next year. It ain't about then.
Yeah, you know we getting paper, Bossy and contagious. Stupid shit don't phase us. Tommy got that right hook, yeah, he looking like Joe Frazier. Me up in the building, taking over, chasing paper. Bigger boo gon' pop out, turn your fade into a taper. Yeah, bitch be ballin' like the Lakers. Yeah, you know I stay with it. My niggas working to get it. Be in the cut, need lit it. If you trust that to me, nigga, you know we get busy. Me and my niggas, we running the city. All of them nights we was counting them pennies. Nowadays niggas just touching them digits. Ghost in the truck and I knock off your biscuit. Whoa, BUC, we surfing. We the way to surface. The way we live is urban. Yeah, we picture perfect.
You already know what it is. DJ Young Legend TV back with another exclusive interview. West Philly's own,
The best one yet.
the greatest hustler alive,
Undisputed.
undisputed.
The prettiest.
Google him.
the most well-spoken.
Tone Trump is in the building.
Tone Trump, a.k.a. Pretty Tony, a.k.a. the Muslim Don, the greatest hustler alive. DJ Young Legend, congratulations on your resurgence. I've been watching the interviews. They've been super dope. But this one will be the dopest.
Best, most views.
Best one.
Yeah, man. I wanna go on record and saying Tone Trump is one of the first artists to really embrace me, like early on, and like support me, give me a lot of love and encouragement behind the scenes. So to have him on the camera is an honor for sure.
I appreciate that.
I want to start from the beginning. Like, who's Tone Trump?
Yo, shout out to my vest. Shout out to my vest. By the time y'all see these will be available, hit the link in my bio. These the best vests out. Muslim Don. And let me stand up right there in Arabic that says believer. Shout out to all the believers worldwide, the mu'mins. But what was the question? I'm sorry. I got the dance. I got the dance.
Promotion,
baby.
yeah.
This a big interview. This DJ Young Legend TV. I got the dance, baby.
Let's get it.
I got the dance.
For all who may be living under a rock, who's Tone Trump?
Like you said, I'm the greatest hustler alive. If you go on Google and you Google greatest hustler alive, everybody believe everything on Google.
Right.
You know, even when you're helping your kids with your homework, when you don't really know the answer, you sneak on your phone and you Google it.
Yeah.
You debating with somebody about a bet about sports or something, you Google it. You want to look up anything, people take Google as the truth. Don't stop believing it now. I'm the greatest hustler alive. I'm a Muslim. I'm God-fearing, God-loving. I'm a father. I'm extremely attractive. I'm extremely talented, gifted, blessed, humble. I'm everything, man. But for those watching, man, I'm an artist. I'm an actor. I'm a real estate investor. And I'm just so blessed and happy to be in front of this camera right now.
That's what it is.
I'm in Al Sham right now, Halal Restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants. Reinvesting in my community. This is a restaurant in West Philly on 52nd and Chestnut. You can come here, very clean, everything 100% halal. And glad to be a part of a lot of great things going on in West Philly right now. Mashallah.
That's fire. When did you first start taking rap serious and like as a serious profession, I should say?
When I first made money from it.
Yeah.
And I was blessed. I was one of the dudes who, I remember Beans had a line. He said, "I never even chased these dreams. I feel sorry for those who did." Mm-hmm. And I wasn't, I didn't come from the era of like writing raps every day and battling and all that. Like I literally saw dudes in my neighborhood getting fame from it. You know what I mean? I was inspired by Freeway.
Right.
I remember when Freeway first was taking off, it wasn't no social media and all that kind of stuff. So he had the verse 1-900 Hustler, and I remember people didn't know who that was though. You know what I mean? In the hood we did, because he from around here. He from he represents North, but he originally from West Philly. So I was seeing Free in them early stages. So I watched Free blow up, and it was inspiring to me. And then seeing Beanie Siegel pull up in Bentleys, and it was just like, yo, hold up. You know what I mean? There's another way to get money. Like Big said, I got a jump shot, a crack rock. And I wasn't a good drug dealer. I was terrible at drugs, and my jump shot wasn't as good as I thought it was. So I had to figure something out, and rap kind of fell in my lap. And I'm a hustler by nature. Right. I've never said I was the best rapper. This is the home of the spitters. I'm never offended when I ain't on the best rapper list. Right. But when they put out, they need to do a Forbes Philly list. I better be on that one. Thanks. Inshallah. But that's my claim to fame. I'm a mogul. I'm a hustler. I'm an entrepreneur. I see Jeezy got to turn me on entrepreneur. So that's what I pride myself in being, and that's what I am. So rap kind of fell in my lap. One of the first things I did was I wrote a handwritten note to Damon C. Williams from the Daily News, Philadelphia Daily News Entertainment section, and I wrote about Tone Trump being a super dope rapper. Mm-hmm. And I just took a shot to see if it would work, and it worked. He called me, was like, "Yo, come down, I want to interview you." So he interviews me. I do this whole big interview. I'm featured in the Philadelphia Daily News, and at that time I had 2 freestyles recorded. Mm-hmm. That was both whack as shit. I didn't know what I was doing. I remember being in the booth, and the boy was like, "You ready for your ad-libs?" And I was like, "What's that?" I didn't even know what it was. He was like, "That's like when you repeat the other word and stuff like that." So I came in the job learning, I came in the job earning, and I came in the job winning from day one. I've been winning, I'm still winning, and that's a beautiful thing. Think about it. I was winning Philly Hip Hop Awards in 2008.
Absolutely.
And I'm still here right now. People still want to interview me. I'm still working with the biggest artists in the world. I'm still touring. I'm still selling the most merch. That's only a law. I'm grateful. For sure. There's so many niggas who rap better than me who I see them at their real jobs, and they be looking like, damn, this nigga's still kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? And they rap their ass off, because this is so much more than just rap. This is a business, and I'm a businessman, an elite businessman. Right. Mashallah.
The last time I saw you, maybe 2015, I think Creed was.
That wasn't the last time you saw me.
That might have been the last time I saw you, 2015.
I've been moving.
Yeah, moving crazy. Creed was just about to release in theaters.
Creed, you talking about the Oscar-nominated, Golden Globe-winning, $200 million grossing film that I portrayed myself in? Yes. The home of the spitters. 2 zillion rappers in this city, and Ryan Coogler, the director of Fruitville Station, and also the director of the Oscar-winning Black Panther, wrote Tone Trump into the film. You talking about that Creed?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, all right. Yeah. The Creed that I'm still getting checks from to this day.
Residuals.
That my children's children will get checks from, because the deal that this businessman negotiated, they offered me, I go right into talking heavy. They offered me a certain deal for Creed, right? And I had another scene where my scene was supposed to start with me ending my performance. I basically wanted a lot of money to do that because I owned all my licenses. Right. I learned the lesson years and years ago. They made me a part of a video game, Def Jam Vendetta, for people when I was a part of that video game, and they used my image without paying me. Where most people, everybody was calling me, congratulating me at the time about the video game. Yo, you in Def Jam? And I was like, where the check at?
Right.
I don't care about no, you know what I mean? Like I've always been about the check, the business. So with that being said, what I did was, after learning my lesson in that situation, is I went out and bought the rights to my likeness, my image, my tattoos. Like, in order for them to show my tattoos and Creed, somebody had to sign off. Right. I had to sign off. Wow. Another check. The likeness of my image, my name. I own my name. So many of these guys just call themselves stuff and don't own their name. I own my name. I own my children's name. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, I bought the domain. I know all my children gonna be something, so I went and bought all their domains. TaliLamar.com. Like, I just think differently. So with Creed, I was blessed. Ryan Coogler wrote me into the film. Because I was so blackballed and hated in Philly in my early stages, it forced me to have to get on the road and travel. One of the places that booked me a lot was the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland. That's where he's from. him and his little brother was fans of what I do. So when I got that call, I thought I was getting a call to try out for the film. I get there and Ryan is like, yo, I was just hoping you would do it.
Crazy.
I look at the script and I'm like, damn, I wonder what my name is. And I see that my name is Tone Trump in the movie. So, I mean, I'm the greatest hustler alive, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of other people from Philly and Creed, but they was like in the crowd. And, you know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
How did that feel, seeing your name in the big lights like that, and your whole city, you know, seeing that? How did it make you feel?
The best thing, man, at the time for me was, man, when I went to the premiere and seeing the look on my mother's face, who was on my right of me, seeing the look on my queen face, who was on the left of me, seeing my woman and my mom being so proud.
Right.
You know, that's a movie. That's different, bro.
Yeah.
You talking about a dude who was super happy the first time I made it on Headshot DVD.
Right.
So, like, I remember, like, when Bob was like, yo, I got you all over this joint. It was like Headshot 3 or something. I was so excited. So imagine to go from rap DVDs, you know, being on the cover of Sub Zero. No, let's take it back further. I was the guy who couldn't get on rap DVDs.
Right, facts, yeah.
So I went from being the guy who couldn't get on rap DVDs to being on the biggest movie. This movie comes out Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody and their mom, everybody and their girl, all my ops was sitting there with all my ops had to explain to their girl, yo, because you know their girl want to know how he get in this movie. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I could have been there to been a fly on the wall for those conversations, but I just thank Allah, man. It was just a beautiful feeling, but like I said, just seeing the look on my mom's face, you know what I mean? And my children was proud, you know, my team was proud, and I'm forever proud. I watch it every time it comes on, at least my part.
Right.
I always got it. Like, if you come to my crib, like on demand, if you hit in Creed, it's always automatically right on my part. My 5-year-old always want to see, he just think that's the whole movie. And then it's dope because he knows Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger from Black, so he think Daddy fighting Killmonger.
Wow.
So I'm even more lit. You know what I'm saying?
Creed 2, did you feel slighted at all not being casted for Creed 2? Or I mean, just feel like...
Nah, you know why? Because this it's a political game. For one, it might end up being 6-7 Creeds. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
So who knows? Facts. I didn't die in Creed 1.
You didn't.
So you know what I mean? I didn't die in Creed 1, and let's be honest, Creed 1 was better. So if I had to be in one, you know, it's always dope to be an original. Yeah. And Ryan Coogler wasn't involved with Creed 2, so that's another thing. So you know, Creed 3, man.
Never know.
The dime might be returned. Maybe they let me come back. Let me and my gang, you know, like shake him up a little bit for that sucker punch.
Yeah, get back, a rematch.
Yeah, I'm still in the game though, man. You know, I just did a big my first stage play. So
yeah, we gonna talk about that. I'm gonna bring that up.
Getting my acting game together and getting sharper and sharper. You know, it's one thing to play yourself in the movie because everybody's like, yo, you was like a natural. I was playing myself, so it was natural. And I actually changed the whole script. Right. Like I had a whole script, and then after like the third take, Ryan Coogler pulled me to the side. Was like, yo, what would you say in this situation? And I told him, I said, the most disrespectful thing we say to somebody is disrespecting the dead relative or own. So that's where the line about your dead pop came from. So I pretty much changed. Even when I said, let's take this picture for the gram, that was all me. So I kind of like co-wrote Creed too. So shout out to me for that.
Maybe another check on the way.
You're right. I need my writing. I got to hit Warner up, man. I need my writing credits.
In July, you just released your new project, Miracle on Market Street.
Absolutely.
A dope body of work. I checked it out. Can you speak on like the recording process behind that? I know it's supposed to come out a while ago, but it's just came out recently. Speak on that process and how that came to be.
For this project, I wanted it to be real personal. Like, if anybody that follow me know I record at Quad. You know, one of the biggest and most expensive studios in the East Coast.
New York.
One of the best studios, right? But this project, I really wanted to make real personal. You know what I mean? Recorded at the condo. You know what I mean? Just family around, feel the energy of family. I really wanted to. I feel like I'm creating a new genre of music with the whole Muslim Don brand. Right. So, you know, it's my reality right now. So it's no Lamborghini talk. It's no, we ain't smoking a bunch of drugs and selling a bunch of drugs. We living life. Right. I'm living my life. I'm talking about praying 5 times a day. I'm talking about, worshiping my Lord, but still being fly. Yeah. Still being a man's man, defending my family, still being, being a hot boy, but being a halal hot boy and just being smart and growing up and talking about businesses and, just being crafty and talking about our lifestyle of being a Muslim Don. So when somebody say, what's a Muslim Don? Go listen to Miracle on Market Street. And the project was personal, so I hired an engineer, Jay Bay, to do the whole engineering for it. Worked mostly with Aki on the Block, a producer that I signed and developed. He had no big placements before me. I liked him as a person. I actually met him at a showcase. He came up to me, told me he was Muslim. I said, I'm about to go pray. Before you tell me about your music, let's go pray. He followed me to the masjid, we prayed, and now we got like 30 records in, and he got placements. He won't have placements with everybody now because he's working with me. Right. So It was dope, man. It was a family project. Even everybody on it, you know, I didn't want to have a lot of features, but everybody was personal. CeeLo Green on there, Freeway on there, T Dot is on there. These is all dudes that are like my family that we talk when it's not about music. Tech from Smith & Wesson,
legendary,
a legend. You know, working with him was something important to me. Him being a legendary Muslim artist and somebody I've always, you know, admired from afar. And it's a dope project. I have a short film directed by Taya Simmons coming with it. That's amazing.
What can we expect that at all? Is that coming soon?
It's coming very soon. I just did a partnership with Ice-T to do reality-based urban films, and the first short film is going to be Miracle on Market Street.
Wow, that's amazing.
26 minute long. It's based off the music. It's based off, you know, it's like kind of like it's not my like autobiography just yet, because I feel like my story is still being written, but it's loosely based on, you know, me coming up, being from 54th Street between Market and Arch, running up and down 52nd Street, learning this hustle, learning this game, trying to compete with these dudes that was so good at rapping and finding my way so I can compete. And I done that, and instead of me, you know, if I tell it, I can't sell it. So with the movie, I'm able to sell it. You know, it's a book as well coming out. So I'm just focused, and the film thing, Creed lit a fire under me. I always knew I wanted to do films. Will Smith, I'm not ashamed to say, is one of my biggest inspirations. So I always knew that was my real calling. I just had to get my name up, and that's what I did with the music. No matter how you felt about my raps, you knew who I was. You knew my face. I'm one of the most recognizable artists ever to come from here. You know what I mean? I go to the airport, I go anywhere, and that's Tone Trump. That's anywhere I go. So, and I earned that. That takes a lot of sweat equity.
For sure.
You know, it's a lot of, like, when you Google my name and I come up first for Greatest Hustler Alive, that costs a lot of money to do that, money that I don't have. So in order for me to do that, that was sweat equity. That was hard work.
Hitting that road.
But yeah, that was exactly. Getting in my car, we would get it. We went from going in squatters to getting like the lowest rentals you could get, to getting like the next lowest rentals, to investing in a little minivan, to getting the big the sprinters, to planes. Like, I did it all. Like, I got in it. I was doing. Who else from Philly would get in a car and drive 22 hours to Minnesota for a show to make $1,000, right? But on the way up, I'm meeting everybody. I'm meeting every dope boy, every artist. I'm doing features. I'm building relationships. I don't need a record out there. I can get money like this. I can text somebody right now, and it's lit. Yo, bro, I'm coming to Merlin tomorrow. Line me up some features. Line me up, and I'm gonna come back. I call it hunting. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna stop in Merlin and get some crabs for the lady. You know what I mean? Stop at Walmart and DC and get some toys for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Stop at the Polo Outlet, get my underwears, get my beaters, and then still got some money to play with, and then got some money to invest and stash. And I can do that. That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. So I'm proud of that.
I want to switch gears a little bit. Recently, did an interview with a Philly artist, Louis V. Gutter. He brought your name up. We spoke on a few things. Do you want to address any of those things, specifically the South Street altercation or anything else he brought up in the interview?
You know what I want to address? I got a letter the other day from Family Forward Shelter in Philadelphia. That's a shelter in Philadelphia. It's one of the only shelters in Philadelphia that allow families to stay together. And I'm gonna send you the letter. I want you to put the letter up right now. I want you to show the question you asked about, the guy you asked me about, and the incident you asked me about. And I'm gonna answer all negativity with positivity. They sent me a letter commending me on my work of the last few years. I found out socks was the least donated item in a homeless shelter. So in the last 2 years, 3-4 years with my sock drives, we've donated close to 20,000 brand new pairs of socks. On Mother's Day, I'm Muslim, we don't even celebrate Mother's Day, but I wanted the mothers to feel special, so somebody from my team went down and gifted each mother with a gift bag, new sneaks for the kids, and I've never brought a camera into the homeless shelter. We've introduced healthy living. I had Gangster Vegan Organics, Vinny Vegan come down, feed all the homeless people, beautiful hot organic vegan meals. When I'm doing stuff like that, Creed, you can't go from Creed and me feeding the homeless and all this stuff to talking about some frivolous, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen an interview, I seen a couple interviews, you know what I mean? And all I'm gonna say is, man, I'm too blessed, I'm too pretty, I'm too focused, I'm too successful to even address anything like that and to speak about like illegal activities is counterproductive to my business and my business partners and so many people who are new fans of mine don't even know nothing about that. I don't want to wake that up. I don't want nobody going to go check for nobody that I got any type of issues with. All I'm gonna say is, man, I make dua for myself, everybody I love, and even people that I don't love. When you eating like this, thank you, come on, thank you. When you eating like this, look how on cue that was. Shukran. When you eating like this, ain't nobody you interview had nobody. Thank you, sister. You see what I'm saying? We not talking about no. You know what I mean? We only talk. Look, they didn't even see me order nothing.
No, he didn't.
Don't start rolling the cameras now.
Camera rolling.
This me live. This means in the name of God.
For sure. Recently, I also sat with former G-Unit Philly affiliate Mike Knox. Y'all used to rap together, like family, deeper than rap.
Welcome home, Mike Knox.
Welcome home, Mike Knox. He brought up a possible G-Unit Philly reunion. Can you speak on that? Are you past that stage of your life? Would you be open to that? How do you feel about that?
They my brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they my brothers, and I feel like we left a lot of money on the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I mean, musically, we put out one of the best projects from a group ever in Philadelphia. Like, you can go back and check it. And aside from music, they all my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all got our own things going on right now. And I would definitely be down to get up with my brothers and create music. And
Yeah.
you know, I've shared to Knox what I think we should do, and he's the leader of that situation. So
Right.
that's more so on him. And if timing and everything works out with my schedule and so forth like that, man, I would love to entertain it. And I wish all of them the best. Shout to Kodak. People always talk about me and Knox when you hear about that, but Kodak and Vague put in the same hard work. Like we was basically living together during that time. And we all was in arguments with our girls and everything because we was just trying so hard to make it. The whole city hating on us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't none of us forget that.
Right.
I definitely use it to fuel my grind. And Knox just spent 7 years away, so he got a right to be selfish right now and worry about Mike Knox. So that's his focus, and you know, when the time is right, we're gonna get it whamming.
Yeah, shout out to Knox. Also, at one point early in your career, locally, for whatever reason, a lot of artists, DJs, and execs hated on you really bad.
They all in my comments now.
I'm sure.
In my DMs.
Can you speak on that and your growth, like now, fast forward, getting past those issues and like being a bigger man?
Well, one, to be honest, when I first was starting, a lot of that hate I deserved.
Yeah.
I earned it. I was talking way better than my music was.
Yeah.
So it was like, who is this dude? He just dissing everybody, not even that good.
Yeah.
And that was part of my strategy, though. And you're here interviewing me 12 years later.
Right? Yeah.
So, you know, some of those dudes I got cool with over the years. Some of those dudes I'll never be cool with, and I'm okay with that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's business. It's never personal.
Right.
I'm a businessman, so it was nothing ever personal. But one thing I want people to know is, you hear people all the time say so-and-so blackballed me, so-and-so. I was somebody that was really blackballed.
For sure.
I was somebody that when I dropped my record, Afghan, before Jeezy even got on Afghan, every label in the world was calling Philadelphia about me. And when you call Philadelphia about music, it's certain people you're going to call.
Yeah.
And I wasn't friends with none of those people. And most of those people didn't like me. The people that were calling, after I wound up getting cool with a lot of them, and I had meetings, major labels, I would hear with you know, these people. I'm not even gonna say their names because that's like, you know what I mean. But some people know who they are, from DJs to other people to even some rappers. There's rappers now that I like now who I know for a fact
He's talking crazy.
slandered me crazy. That didn't even know me. That probably met me twice and he this, he that, he this, and it was only going off of my persona and my image, but I still got all those deals. All the stuff they were stopping me from, I still got it. You know what I mean? Even the people who want to play my music end up playing my music.
Right.
So it's like, law is the best of all planners, not man. So it worked out great for me.
We spoke on your plate earlier.
Is this food showing on this camera? Please show that food.
Top of it.
Earlier in the interview, you spoke on your play that you were starring in. A Good Man Is Easy to Find.
Absolutely.
I think you did that back in May, correct?
It's a tour for it. So I did the Philly debut.
Okay.
I did the Philly debut. I would say it had to be about May because it was right before Ramadan.
Yeah. Can you speak on that and like the challenges you faced, like starring in that during Ramadan and all that, and like just acting in the play?
The biggest challenge was I was coming off a tour and I was also preparing for Ramadan, so I was preparing to shut down all my businesses. So mentally and emotionally, I wasn't really focused on hustling and acting and so forth. So it was tough. So I had to remember lines. While most of the cast was from Cleveland, Ohio, so they were doing rehearsals in Cleveland.
Wow.
The director was trying to get me to come out there, but I couldn't. I had bookings. I already took money for it, so I literally was doing rehearsals over the phone. And like, I met the cast the day of my first time acting.
Wow. So
a lot of that stuff, I was out there. I was backstage literally trying to memorize lines, and then I finally was just like, yo, I'm just freestyle.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Which is tough because it throws off your castmates. They've been doing this play for a while. So with plays, a lot of times you know what to say off what I say. But if I'm just freestyling and saying Philly stuff, they like, what is he? Like, we can say stuff from Philly that sound like another language for somebody from Ohio. But the cast was dope, man. They treated me like a star, and it worked out great, man. It's all about relationships. I did business with another brother in Ohio, so when this director went to go do this, the other brother from Ohio who I did good business with, relationships is more important than money in this business. If you're watching this and you're an artist, that's the game you get from this one. Treat people good. Treat people good no matter what position they in. Like DJ Young Legend said, I showed him love early on. When I was showing him love early on, Pauls, I didn't know that he was going to end up being one of the biggest A&Rs and DJs. I just knew he was from my city, he was hungry, and I foresaw it for him, but I foresaw a lot of people being great that ended up not being great. But if you just treat people good, you never know who they end up being. So that's what happened, and I got booked for the role, and it was dope, man. I played a character by the name of Dre, and of course I was like the scumbag, you know what I'm saying? But I worked out a lot of great deals in that. Like, you know, they had a whole wardrobe for me. I negotiated to be able to wear my own merch. So that's now cool. When all the videos come out, any promo comes out, I got on the Muslim Don stuff, the halal stuff, and a church play, mind you. Wow. You know what I mean? So that's major. Every time we do it, it's like the pastors in the front row and stuff. When I was freestyling backstage, one of the things we was rehearsing, I used the F word, and they was like, "Oh no, please don't say that." So it's dope, man. You know what I mean? Even though as a Muslim, people think sometimes we only want to work with Muslims. That's not true. Even though they're not my brothers and sisters in faith, they are my brothers and sisters in humanity, and I share this earth with them. And some great people that was a part of that stage play. Make sure you check it out when it comes to your city. It's called A Good Man. It's easy to find, and it's a great storyline. And I got a dope role in there, man. I'm excited about it, and doing it in more cities and more countries as well. So. I'll be coming to a city near y'all, so check it out when it comes to y'all city. And shout to everybody involved.
That's what it is. Can we speak on your relationship with legendary artist CeeLo Green? Are you signed to him? Or
five-time Grammy. One of the greatest soul singers ever.
Yes.
The Rolling Stones said the song "Crazy" was the song of the decade. You know, we talking about the phenom.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? You can't ask me about no Philly beefs, and then that's what you're supposed to ask me about.
The phenom, the legendary CeeLo Green.
No, I'm not signed to CeeLo Green. I signed a partnership with CeeLo Green. Okay. I'm a boss, and he respects me as a boss. So we signed a partnership. We worked together. We did an album together, which we both co-owned.
Akilo.
Yeah, we did an album together, which inshallah, I want to drop it on my birthday, which is also my son's birthday, which is November 30th. So the album been done. We got new music we've been doing. We always working. I'm just so proud to have an album done with somebody so accomplished. And I'm also proud, I text CeeLo today because until I was working with CeeLo, you wasn't seeing CeeLo work on too much rap stuff. Right. And now every rapper that's coming out, I mean, he was on, you know, God bless my brother Nipsey Hussle. He was on Nipsey Hussle album, Ross album. Jeezy just put out his track list today. He on track 6 on Jeezy album. He was on David Banner album. You know what I mean? He was on Tyler the Creator's album. You know what I mean? A DJ Khaled album. You know what I mean? So it's like I take a lot of pride in that. And deeper than music, that's my brother. That's family now. We started off as business, and it's developed into family. I love him. I love his queen. I love his whole family, and he loved mine. Treat us like royalty. You know what I'm saying? Any city he got a home in, I'll never stay in a hotel. You know what I mean? Red carpet treatment. So we got a lot of great music coming out, and we got some non-musical business coming out too. I'm excited about. So, and he loved Philadelphia. People be surprised. Lo know everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the celebrities I know and meet always know. You'd be surprised.
For sure.
The artists they ask me about. They'll ask me about people that I'll be like, damn, you know him?
How you know him? Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like. And Lo be on point. Lo literally know everything about Philadelphia. He's like a walking encyclopedia when it comes to hip hop and music, period. But he definitely got love for the city, and that's one of the reasons why we and the album is incredible. I really can't wait for people to hear how much I stepped up my game, because I can't get on an album with a 5-time Grammy winner and bullshit. You know what I mean? So I can't wait for y'all to hear that.
That's what it is, man.
I'm trying to have etiquette, man. I don't want to eat on camera, but look at this beautiful halal meal.
Great meal.
It's that chicken kebab, extra spicy, well done, just like I like it.
That's a Tone Trump special.
It's one of the Don specials right here. You know, I sat down and they just brought it out, because everywhere I eat, I get the same thing every time. Like, I'm consistent. You know what I mean? So I don't care if I go to Del Frisco's, or I go to Al Sham, or I go to Mecca Market, or if I go to Sides, if I go to Chance Halal. That's just me showing love to all the places I eat, so I can show them this and get more free food.
We mentioned Jeezy just now.
Shout out to the Snowman.
What's your relationship now with Jeezy? You were signed to him maybe back in 2012. He got on the Afghan remix. Where do y'all stand at today? Like, what's the situation with Jeezy now?
My brother. all my relationships are solid. My character, my dad, in Arabic is called idab. My character, my mannerisms is undeniable. So I don't have no bad blood with nobody. You know what I mean? I'm the first person to leave CTE and never diss Jeezy or side with any of his enemies, none of that.
Right.
All I ever did was talk great about him since I left. All I'll ever do. He gave me an opportunity when nobody wanted to give me one.
Yeah.
I take that back kind of, because at the time when Jeezy was checking for me, everybody was checking for me. But, so I'm lying a little bit. It sounded better for the line. But, no, at the time when, you know, but I'll never forget the feeling, you know, pause. Carbon 15, shout to 15. My brother, man, he's a big wig in the industry, man. I'll never forget he called me one day and was like, yo, send me Afghan with an open verse. Jeezy want to get on. And I was like, I've had so many letdowns in this industry. I was like, Jeezy want to get on. I was like, all right. So I called the engineer. I was like, yo, send that over to them. And they sent it back the next day. And the first thing I thought, because this city's so hating, I was like, please let them have said my name.
To make sure it's official.
Niggas know I'm the king of the internet. They're going to be like, Tone Trump did some old freaky shit. So when he said Tone Trump and he said West Philly, I said right there, I said, I got him.
You had him, yeah.
I said, I'm going to kill him. And I killed him. I made 100,000, you know what I'm saying? I literally, like, off the grind of that record, you know what I'm saying? And for those watching, this ain't no Mike Jones back then. They didn't want me story because when I got that call, I was living in the Center City loft.
Right.
I was living downtown. You know what I'm saying? When they called me, I wasn't like in the hood.
Right.
Off my independent hustle because I was already running around off Afghan. I did a 12-city tour with Coast to Coast off Afghan before Jeezy got on it.
Right.
Funk Flex was dropping bombs on Afghan before Jeezy got on it. That's why he knew to get on it. He knew the record to get on and everything. So him getting on it took it to another level. And I'm forever grateful. I bought a house off of Afghan, so I'm never going to ever say nothing bad about him. I can't wait to hear his new album.
Crazy.
And I wish y'all could have heard it. We did a whole album together, man, that I really wish.
Was there Ryan Leslie on there?
Everybody was on there, man.
Yeah.
Look, the first single was me, Jeezy, Freddie Gibbs, and Lil Wayne.
We gotta find that song.
Oh, I got it. I'm about to.
You gotta leak it.
Somebody's about to leak all them records. I told Freddie Gibbs that. I said, man, I got a feeling them records all gonna just start coming out right before my album with CeeLo Green, baby. I don't know.
That'd be perfect promotion. That's dope, man.
No, but shout out to the Snowman, shout out to 15, shout out to Gangsta Gibbs who on fire right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And everybody that, you know, Wink Low, J-Dub, Lil Sodi, everybody, man, that was a great time for me, man. I got a lot better musically. I grew up a lot, man, just being on the TM103 tour, you know, roommating with somebody like Wink Low. Very, very serious dude, very serious grip. And seeing his mannerism and his discipline, you know, seeing what being a man, you know, when you go on the road, I was wild. I was living a rock star lifestyle.
Right.
So seeing his discipline and his mannerisms, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot. Seeing how much Snow recorded, even though he was so successful. You know what I mean? Seeing how, you know, hearing how good Freddie, you know how hard it is when y'all all right into a beat and you look over to your right and you see Freddie Gibbs and you know like he's about to kick crazy ass on this record. You better come, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was like school for me. That was like my 1 year, like going to Duke, going like, you know, like that was my 1 year of college before I went to the NBA. Right. And it made me better as an artist, it made me better as a man, and I had a hell of a lot of fun, made a hell of a lot of money, learned a lot. It brought me closer to my Lord. Even with the bad stuff about that situation, it all ended up being good stuff. So I'm forever grateful. I'm always going to be corporate thug, and I'm always going to rep CTE. I'm always going to have love for Snow. That's for life. When I linked with him, that's one of the things he said to me. Deeper than rap, is for life, and I stand by that.
That's what it is. Shout out to Snow. Get his album when it comes out this week, actually.
Yeah, but get mine first.
Yes. You got Muslim Down on your chest, new merch. I see all over your social media. You turn into a pretty lucrative brand.
Absolutely.
And it's also a fragrance now, by the way, too.
Fragrance, we definitely got the fragrance.
Can you speak on the Muslim Down brand? How'd you come up with the name and everything like that?
Well, with the merch, I've always been successful with selling merch. From even back then, 2012, I started the Let's Win merch. I took that from 24 shirts to being in 35 malls across the country.
Right.
And when I learned early that, you know, music isn't your bread and butter. So for me, the merch, you know, when nobody could sell music, I would sell $3,000 a month in t-shirts. Yeah. And we just kept going. The Muslim Don thing, my man Brav, he said that term to me one day. He hashtagged it. And he gave me his blessings. I ran with it, and I turned it from a hashtag into a lifestyle. So when people, you know, like I said, I go all across the world and people, yo, Muslim Don. People ain't even Muslim.
Right.
At the airport, Muslim Don.
Right.
You know what I mean? Be easy at the airport screaming out Muslim Don to me, so y'all be giving me extra checks. But
how do you feel about Freeway shouting you out at the BET Awards a few years ago about like that?
How you think I felt? Imagine you sitting there watching the BET Awards, right? And I was hating that year too. I'm sitting there like I always hate when the BET Awards come on because you always, that's it, right? You always, you know, if you ain't there, you hate.
Yeah.
Let's be real. So I'm like, man, it's corny shit.
Yeah.
My lady watching it.
And you on the couch with her?
No, wallahi, like I swear, I was literally about to go to the balcony, right? At the time, I was still, I don't smoke no more, but I was about to go hit an L. So I'm literally about to walk to the balcony. I was fronting on the state property cypher. I ain't want to hear none of that shit.
Yeah.
So right when I'm about to walk to the balcony, I hear her and my son like yell a little bit, like yo. And I'm like what?
What's going on? Yeah.
She's like, yo, Freeway just said. And you know now with the cable you can rewind. She rewinded and I saw it, man, and it made me. I loved it, man.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love Freeway. You know, like beside us being brothers in faith and friends in real life, I'm a fan. I'm a fan first. That's something Nori said to me before. Be a fan first.
Right.
I literally grew up on Freeway. I literally grew up on Freeway. I was raised off his music, and to hear him say my name on such a big platform, it meant everything to me because I was a dude that I felt like I helped so many people when they would get their chance to reciprocate the love, even if it's just on an interview. Yo, shout to Tone Trump. They would never do it.
Right.
They would never do it, and that says more about them than me.
Right.
And then to see Freeway on BET. Shout out my Tone Trump, label us the Muslim Dons. It was priceless for me. It was priceless for my brand. It had my mentions going up, so I'm forever grateful, man. You know, may Allah reward him for all he does, not just for me, but for all the Muslims and everybody. Because Freeway is a different type of person. He's a great brother and a great dude. So I was hyped, man. That was a big deal. That was the state property. That was people first time seeing them really all together. O wasn't there. Shout out to Oskino, but O wasn't there. But you know, they was all together. Mac, they was all on the cipher. So I love my big bro for that. Shout out to Free.
I want to speak on your business acumen a little bit and just you always being ahead of like the digital wave, you know, and your direct to consumer approach. I remember you early on, like the MySpace days, you had the professional layout, you were selling your product, your mixtapes or whatever.
Only person selling digital downloads when they was all bragging about views and they was all bragging about their views.
You was early on Twitter. Twitter early, World Star early, World Star Tony.
I remember when I got at one of the Philly Hip Hop Awards, they was like, they gave me Twitter of the year.
I was there, yeah.
You came on stage with me and everything. I bet showing you. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
They was mad. All this, man, what's Twitter?
Yeah.
They was really saying, what is Twitter? The same dudes a year later was follow me back, yo, how you get verified, yo. So it's like, I'm always cutting edge. I already know what's after. I know what's after Instagram right now. I've already got a profile. I got 18 followers there. I ain't telling none of y'all. By the time y'all get on there, I'm gonna have 500 followers. Y'all gonna be late on that too. So,
but can you speak on that? Like, why is it so important for you to be ahead of the curve and like as far as your brand and like branding stuff on these platforms early on?
You want me to be honest, which I'm sure you do. When I came into the game, I didn't have any money.
Right.
So when you don't have money, you have to be creative. Hunger causes creativity.
Right.
So because I couldn't buy this and buy that and pay for this and pay for a marketing team, nobody liked me, nobody wanted to help me, so I had to do what? My own research. I was on house arrest and all I had was time on my hands. So I literally was learning. This white boy named Mike Fazio made me in MySpace. Shout out to Mike Fazio. He lived in my condo, so he would come up to, we lived in the same condo. We didn't live in the same condo, but the same condominium. He would come up and help me out with the joint and show me different stuff. I was like, this is this and this. And he showed me, he showed me people talk back to me. I'm like, yo, they talking to me. I'm like, yo, so it just grew, man. It just kept growing, and I fell in love with it. And I fell in love with the technology. And like you said, the direct consumer. Like, do people know? I don't even want to give up too much on here because there's one thing about my ops. They study my interviews like game tape.
For sure.
Even the people that hate me be like this, watching these joints.
I'm gonna do this,
So I'm like, chill. I don't want to give them too much. But what I will say is like on Instagram Live. Like when I talk to people on Instagram Live, and I'm talking to that person, and they so happy to be on the phone with Tone Trump, and I say to them, all right now, when we hang up, you hit that link in my bio, you support that merch, send me a DM showing me you supported that merch. You know what I'm saying? Making them feel a part of it. And you know what happens? Let's say out of 10 people, 4 of them hang up and go support that merch. It's nothing on my site lower than $20. It's like selling a dub legally.
Right.
And my fans, mashallah, I've been blessed with fans who come from something. So most of my fans, like I got people that go to my site and buy everything. I got a brother in Australia who buys everything. I got pro athletes, brothers like Mo Wilkerson, brothers like Kenneth Fareed. They don't DM me and say, yo, send me a free package. They support my business. They go to my site and buy everything. And one thing I've done since MySpace is I've conditioned my fans to buy.
Right.
I've never given them anything free. So at that time, when you had that era of the DVD era, them young boys was all getting millions. I used to be on 52nd Street and watching them celebrate views and stuff like that. And no disrespect, but I knew they didn't have no money.
Right.
We was all poor back then. I'm not trying to shit on nobody.
Yeah.
None of us had no money. Well, because when I say money, I mean money.
Right.
I ain't saying
For
niggas
sure.
ain't have, we all had Jordans,
Right.
whatever was out.
The
True
real
Religions.
money, yeah.
I'm talking about money. I'm talking about being able to, do what you want, eat what you want, whenever you want, go where you want, stuff like that. Financial freedom.
Right.
So, and they should have had it. Like Philadelphia basically invented YouTube.
Yeah.
Like they robbed them guys, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember I used to read on Reed Dollar's headline on YouTube. He used to say 40 million views. And he was so proud of that, which he should have been.
Right.
But he didn't get $1 of that because so many people was uploading his stuff.
On different pages.
And he was working with people like, remember Chelly and them back in the day? Crooks.
Yeah.
They're crooks because they wasn't showing these kids how to get money. He was taking them kids money. You know who I'm talking about when I say Chelly? He's a crook. I just want to make sure you know what I'm talking about. Like people like him, they're crooks. So instead of showing Reed, sitting down with Reed Dollars and saying, yo, bro, you get $1 million every time you just rap. Didn't show him about sponsorship. Didn't show him about, creating an energy drink or putting on a certain brand and growing with it and help. It was so many things. And I used to try to tell some of them boys that, and they kind of would be like, kind of tune me out and then ask me to borrow $20, and I would give them $20. I'm trying to give you $1 million worth of game, like Gilly would say, but you so busy trying to hit me for a dub, go get some tree. But whatever, I give them a dub. None of them never paid me back, but whatever. But I was taking all of that they was not doing and applying it to my hustle, my brand, and my grind. So I was learning from others' mistakes as well as their successes. That's what I do with everybody. Right. That's what I do with all the greats, not just in music and film, and I'm talking about in life and sports and sitting with one of my neighbors, you know what I mean? They just talking to me about investing, you know what I mean? I was talking to a dude, I don't know a lot about trading. I was talking to somebody who know about trading the other day, and he was just telling me the money he making off trading, and I'm like, I haven't made $1 from that yet. I need to get into that.
Get in that game. Yeah.
All right.
Can you speak on the supporter artist Rollo from Atlanta? He's in a crazy legal situation right now, and I see you just supporting him, showing him love. Can you speak on your relationship?
That's my little brother. That's my brother. Young legend. He Muslim. All the Muslims is automatically my brother. They my brothers in faith, but I love Rollo for the sake of Allah and my own selfish reasons as well. One of my favorite artists, one of my favorite. He's a mogul. Right. To call him a rapper would be disrespectful. He's a real estate mogul. He's a business mogul. He's a marketing genius, and he's so underrated because people just got so blinded by, the imagery that he was putting up. They didn't realize the great. I went to Pakistan, which is his section of Atlanta, that he named
the whole apartment complex
because he owns it. Yeah, you know what I mean. That wasn't the people get it confused. He don't just own the apartment complex.
Oh, word.
Like he owns the block, the neighborhood.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean. Like I don't want to tell too much of his business. But he legally owns this stuff. You know what I mean. He's a real estate mogul. Right. So I was just totally impressed. He's like no disrespect, but he's like a kid. He's young. He's very young. Rollo was very young. Right. Owning all this stuff and treating these people, people that the world and society have given up on. He shows, from the mercy of Allah, and by Allah's permission, he's been blessed to give back to these people in a way that I've never seen nobody do. I've never seen nobody look out for their crew, for their people, for their community, from going from the streets to on no level. I ain't never seen no athlete, no artist, no politician, nobody look out for their people like that brother. And I pray Allah rewards him and brings him home to his family. But he a different kind of, like, what he does, man, and how he's doing it, totally inspiring. Like, I never forget it, man. And when I went out there, they laid the red carpet out for me, man. Shout to John Doe, shout to Queen. Free cut, free all the ox. It's not just Rollo on that indictment, so free all of them brothers. Free ARAD, Mulaz, Bryce, the whole OBH, the whole fam going. Imam Jamil, I could go on for days about the ox, but free them all. Free Chief Malik, Jeff Fort, free them all.
We recently lost a hip-hop legend, mogul, Nipsey Hussle. How did his death affect you personally? Did it affect you, like how you move in the streets, how your business operates? How did that affect you?
Well, before we lost Nip, I already had armed security.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I've had other situations change how I move effectively in the streets, but it's hard for me to even talk about that, man.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, I love that brother, man. I loved him. And I'm glad, I get emotional every time I even hear his name. I'm glad that I got a chance to tell him and show him that I loved and appreciate him before he passed away.
Yeah, right. That's a fact.
The last time he was in Philly, one of the things I regret, Nip had invited me to dinner that night. He was here for promo. and I wasn't able to go because I had a show in Ardmore that night at the Ardmore Town Hall. So you know, I went to go check Nip, embraced him, told him I loved the album, and I've been knowing Nip since like 2010.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mashallah. So it wasn't, you know, like people.
Some new shit.
Yeah, it wasn't like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
people. A lot of people just start being familiar with his music and his brand. And the biggest compliment I can give him is when he welcomed me to LA in 2010, 2011, and when he was Grammy nominated and had the best album out, he was the same
person.
dude, man. So I don't want to talk about that too much. All I
Yeah.
would say is, you know, I send my love and respect to his family, his children, all his fans, and it's forever Nip. I quoted him this morning on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I love Nip, so it's forever Nipsey Hussle.
Recently online, there was a top 50 greatest rapper of all time list. Who's on? We're not gonna do 50, but who's on Tone Trump's top 5 greatest rappers of all time list?
My top 5
Yeah.
all time
Yeah. In order.
in order.
Can you do order?
Number 5 would be Spado from Major Figures. Number 4 would be Freeway.
Shout out to Free.
Number 3 would be me. Number 2 would be number 2. Who would be number 2?
Oh man.
Number 2 would be Kevin Gates, and number 1 would be Beanie Siegel.
That's a solid list. A lot of people speak on Kevin Gates.
I put Philly and Muslims and me.
Yeah,
all my
yeah,
favorite things
yeah.
in the world.
And you put yourself number 3.
Yeah, I had to be. I wanted to say 1,
Yeah.
but Beanie Siegel.
But the Becoming album was crazy. The Truth album was crazy. So
And just his influence, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just his influence. He opened up a lane that I don't think he ever gets the credit for.
For
So
sure.
many people have, after Beanie Siegel and the Rockefeller movement, so many of us have got fame, got deals, got
Yeah.
money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rap, being a rapper wasn't really that cool in Philly to that era of Beanie Siegel, State Property, Major Figures, Philly Most Wanted.
for sure.
That era really made rap cool.
Yeah,
like being a
yeah.
rapper was the shit.
Yeah.
You know, disrespect, because we all know how great Black Thought is. Black Thought's, if we talking about rap, it's probably should be in everybody's top 5.
Right.
But and the roots are amazing and super successful. But when we talk about being cool, being the shit, like that Figures mixtape, that Cosmic Kev, Best of
the Best of
Beans, all that, like
Beans,
that changed the game.
Yeah.
And then after that, the DVD era, you know what I mean, with all of them was doing Hattie, Reed, and everybody,
Right.
like that changed the game. But my top 5s, any list I do, I always try to incorporate my people. I try to incorporate the Muslims. I try to show love to the city because that's who directly affected me. So the way people in New York love the Wu, that's how I love Major Figures and State Property.
Right.
I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? And they super dope. They don't never get the credit they deserve.
Ever.
Like,
No.
How people don't, like, do people really know how great Spado is at rapping?
Yeah.
Like, go listen to that Independence Day album.
Yeah.
Or do people know how great do people know how much Ab Lava has influenced your favorite rappers? Like,
Yeah, behind the scenes.
yeah, like
Literally, yeah.
like, you know what I mean? People don't understand. People know how many of these rappers all over the world copied Beanie Siegel. You know what I mean?
Young Chris.
Copied the Figures flow, copied Young Chris flow. Like, this is documented but undocumented.
Right.
And people, if you don't talk about it, then history gets erased and rewritten, and it'll just be like it never
Right.
happened.
Right.
So I'm not gonna be one of them people, but and the only one that I said that wasn't from Philly is Kevin Gates. That's my brother. That's my favorite current rapper. So shout out to the big general.
Speaking of Kevin Gates, I heard you got a song coming soon with Kevin Gates.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why I said Gates. The leeway into that too. You see what I'm saying? Brilliant marketing.
Yeah, yeah.
So coming soon, Tone Trump, Kevin Gates. It'll be everywhere, all your streaming platforms. But bigger than music, man. I love the big general, and definitely got some heat coming real soon. So be on the lookout for that, inshallah.
That's dope, man. Are you in tune with any of the new Philly artists? Like, you got the Leaf Wars, West Philly, Sim Santana. Who your favorites coming out? Are you checking them out?
The people you just said.
Okay.
West Philly.
West Philly.
Love Sim
It's
Santana.
a crazy run. They're going on a crazy run right now.
Love Sim Santana record. Mont Brown, my bro.
Yeah.
Mont Brown, he go hard for the new wave. So I ain't gonna lie. I don't be knowing all they got going on because I'm busy. But the things I'm seeing, I love the energy. And one thing I noticed, they sticking together.
For sure.
Don't forget Tour either.
West Philly tour. Yep.
Tour is gifted, man. His song, he got a song that's like you can't fake your playlist. Like I go to my title, like Tour joint, man. That's one of my joints. Like,
Tour, yeah.
you know what I mean? So I love what they doing, and I love that they not beefing and hating on each other. Like I see them doing shows together. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with, I'm supporting all of them. Like I said, I'm streaming their music, I'm buying their music, and they repping the side well. So I just want to see them get a whole bunch of money. You know, toward most of them is Muslims too. So I want all the people you just named as Muslims. So I want them to keep the law first. I see Sim Santana representing my brother Bach. You know, what I mean? He from the same block as Bach. So
we lost a legend, a Philly legend.
Yeah, I actually just seen Bach mom. I was actually at court last week. And how real is this, man? I'm at court last week for Kill Keem, right? So I went literally from hugging Kill Keem mom. I walk out of CJC, and I look to my right, and the sister and hijab says, "Tone Trump," older lady. And I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" She's like, "I'm Bach mom." Come give me a hug. I said, "Man, you just gave me the chills." So I literally went from hugging Keem mom to free Kill Keem to hugging Bach mom in like a 10-minute span, and just showing you, you know what I mean, how precious life is. You know, both my brothers, two dudes I used to be with every day. Bach was with me every day when I was on house arrest. Bach was with me when I was starting the Tone Trump. Bach was with me every day on G-Unit Philly. You know what I'm saying? And Kill Keem, everybody know if he ain't in jail, he with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So free Keem, working on getting my brother home, inshallah. Like I said, we was back in court, so that's a good sign. And man, that shit just got me emotional thinking about both of them. But definitely shout out to all the youngins. Got off track a little bit, but shout out to all the youngins. I wish them all nothing but success.
What's next for Tone Trump?
More music, more movies, more films, more charity work. Everything I'm doing times 100, just getting better at it. Only thing I don't think I could really do is get prettier. I just feel like at this point, like I've peaked.
Okay.
It's just like, let me take these Tom Fords off so they can really appreciate it. I mean, other than getting prettier, I don't really know what I can do, man, but I'm just gonna work harder, man. Like I said, so all the artists listening, man, find out the shelter in your neighborhood, man, do something nice. I see everybody, stop waiting for the back to school time, giving them kids them $2 book bags, y'all standing with the police, y'all, you know that the police really pay for it, the city pay for it. Do your own give backs, man. Y'all don't need them pigs to help y'all, man. We all rap about getting money.
That's a fact.
Take a little bit of money, do something nice for the shelters. If you're from West Philly, go visit Family Forward Shelter on 49th Street, man. It's one of the only shelters in Philadelphia that let families stay together, man. Go by there and support there. If you anytime in the evening, if you go down 12th Street by Vine Street, it's a block full of homeless people. Go down there, man. Take the people something hot to eat, man. Go. Even if you gotta go to Little Caesars Pizzas, go get you 10 of those $5 pizzas and go feed the homeless. And don't put the cameras in their face. Give discreetly. You know what I mean? Be bashful about your charity. Be discreet about it, but give back, man. I want to close like that, man. Like we all rap about getting money. Everybody that you interview got jewelry on. Everybody that you interview is saying they success. They should be because you interviewing them.
Right.
And I've been watching interviews. They all been dope. How many? Which number is this? Number 4? How you interviewing me 4th? 5th? Tommy Stars. What's up, Tommy Stars?
You got Tommy Stars.
Shout out to Tommy Stars, the legend, man. Tommy Stars was ahead of his time with the hooks and everything. You know what I mean?
Let him know.
They was clowning you when you was singing. Now they all doing it.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy?
Get your money, man. I know you still got that pen. I know you don't really want to do no rap. I don't blame you. Get your money. That's where the money at anyway.
Definitely.
That writing.
Definitely.
If you listen to Nipsey album, the first track, if y'all Stacey Barf, who's on
Shout to Sap, he produced that. Yep.
She did? He did.
Yeah.
But you know Stacey on the hook.
Yeah,
Stacey's incredible. I was working with Stacey in 2010, 2009 when she was out there with Steve Morales, and she was so gifted. She would write songs for the artists, and she would literally sing in the same octave, like if she would write for whoever. If you were here, the what they call it, Tommy, when you
not the cadence.
Not the cadence. What you call the record when you send it over to somebody?
Like a reference.
The reference track, right? When she would do the reference track, she would sound exactly like you would almost could guess who it was for.
Right.
Like, that's what I don't want to put nobody out there. Right, but she was killing it. So when I saw her on that, and that was dope for Nipsey keeping her on there, because a lot of people would take her off.
Put a bigger artist, or
one of these little somebody that looked like they could sing.
Yeah.
You know.
And she was in the video too.
And she was, and she's gifted. So shout out to all the people behind the scenes getting the real money. And that's another thing. You don't gotta be a rapper.
Right.
You don't gotta be a rapper. You know what I mean? Like it's directors getting plenty money.
A lot of money.
It's A&R's getting plenty money.
Not me.
You getting money. You want to know who getting money? The people that say, not me, and I'm broke. It's not the niggas that's on camera acting like they're getting money. Like me, I be on here fronting like I'm getting money, I'm broke. It's the niggas that like, well, he just said, not me, I ain't got no money. Got all the money.
No, man, that's what it is.
No, man, get that behind the scenes paper, man.
Give me your social media. I'm sure they already know your social media. How can he find you and contact you, man, for some business?
I don't want them niggas that watch your shit finding me. I hide from them niggas. You going for a whole nother audience right now.
Not them niggas.
I don't want them niggas finding me. I'm gone. No, I'm joking. First of all, before I promote any social media, because you can't own that.
What's your website?
247trump.com. The number 247trump.com. How many niggas you interview so far had their own website? Successful website. You don't gotta answer that. 247trump.com. Follow me on social media at Tone Trump. If you don't see that blue check, it ain't me. How many of them niggas got now? Niggas ain't. Them niggas don't got blue checks, red checks, white checks. Never mind. I said I was gonna be positive, right? They all shout to everybody. They all went in. They all doing great. They all rap great. They all tough. They all gangsters. I hear all that shit. Let's get some money together, man. I'm all for unity in Philadelphia, man. I love Philadelphia. I love the world. My phone is going crazy right now, and I thank you for interviewing me. I thank you for having me on your platform.
You gotta do a part 2, like 3 to 6 months. You gonna do a part 2.
Shit, man, I'm gonna have some new shit to talk about in 2 weeks, man. Come on, let's do part 2 next week.
Let's get it.
Tone Trump, 247trump.com, at Tone Trump. Follow my merch page. Go to my merch page and look at people from all over the world wearing. You can't fake that. I can't fake that. Anybody can get in front of his camera and say, yeah, I'm selling merch. No. Where they merch page at? Where the proof? Where the pictures at?
Right.
Now people on your block, they talking about, I got shirts on me right now, I'll pull up. I can't pull up to Algeria.
Word, that's heavy.
I can't pull up.
That's heavy.
Well, I can when I go on tour.
Right.
Shout out to Vancouver, Canada. About to go back to Canada for the 4th time. The dude who couldn't get on nobody DVDs.
Word.
The dude that couldn't get on the DJ Difference tapes back in the day. The dude that Slick from Heavy Spitters wouldn't come put the camera in front of. They wound up doing it after I started dissing everybody.
Right.
Because, negativity sells. But when I was trying to be positive, none of them niggas would show me love.
Right. I was there.
I know.
I was there.
I don't know. And guess what? We still here.
Still here.
Everybody can't say that. The law is kind. I'm still here. I'm still looking good. Look, the beard is still growing. The hair, my hair, look.
You got a beard oil? Beard cream?
Yes, the Muslim Dime beard oil, the drip. Listen, my hairline is impeccable. These niggas is wearing hats for reasons, bro. Not because they just want to wear them. Shout out to Meek on that Liz deal, too. That's amazing and inspiring.
Yeah.
Nigga went from wearing fitteds to owning the joint, right? Salute him.
Feel it.
Don't be no hater.
For sure. That's what it is.
And that's another thing. I never had problem with none of the winners.
Right.
So any of the winners, we always good. I don't take pictures every time I see niggas, but it's always love.
Right.
They'll tell you. Any of them niggas I hit up, anybody you think of that's winning, if I hit them, DM them, text them, call them, they all answer because they know it's good business on the other line.
Right.
I don't call nobody for no bullshit. I'm either checking on you or I got a check for you.
That's a
check for us. All of them. Any of the winners.
Right.
Be them other niggas I be having issues with. And I don't got no issues with nobody right now.
Right.
I'm beefing with the police. I'm beefing with dirty police. I'm beefing with politicians who ain't doing right by my people in the 190th district.
Word.
I'm working. I just met with State Representative Movida, the first hijab, black hijab Muslim woman, state rep, who's also my cousin. You know what I'm saying? But even deeper than that, somebody who really cares about the community, letting her know what's going on from my perspective, from a high level, from a street level. You know what I mean? Because we got a mayor right now who don't care, who don't know what's going on.
At all, right.
Y'all all follow No Gun Zone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what's going on in this town. We gotta do something because they not gonna do it.
Right.
So
that's what it is, man.
It's
the
real,
legendary
man.
Tone Trump, the greatest hustler alive.
Man, the greatest hustler alive. Signing out, man. Appreciate the time. Y'all get out of here. So I was trying to look cool. I couldn't really get down on my food like I wanted to. So y'all get out of here so I can grub.
Let's get it, man.
And stay in touch with the Don, and I'm gonna stay in touch with y'all, man. Shout out to everybody watching this. I love y'all.
Let's win. 282 Digital, Baltier Clothing, DJ Young Legend TV. Let's get it.